How's it going, everyone? Blue Knight here, and welcome back to another SpongeBob related video. So you guys might have already heard about this rumor that popped up a few days ago concerning a new Nickelodeon fighting game. Well, earlier today, or yesterday depending on when this video gets posted, IGN exclusively revealed Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, alongside a trailer which was very Smash Brothers-esque, just in the way it was put together. But given that the game is intended to be a Smash-styled game, or a clone if you will, I think this inspiration is kinda warranted. And yes, I know, this isn't one of the Nickelodeon/THQ remakes, but I thought it'd just be something interesting to go over, seeing as I do cover Nickelodeon-related content on the channel. So I guess without further ado, let's dive right in. So first things first, the game is releasing this fall. No exact release date has been given, but according to the Gamefly leak, October 5th is the release date, although that could simply be a placeholder date and nothing more. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is being published by Game Mill Entertainment, who also published the Nickelodeon Kart Racer games. Oh boy. Thankfully, development is being handled by two separate studios, Fairplay Games, who have worked on a few notable games in the past, like Scribblenauts, Ludosity, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Their resume, yeah, there's nothing in particular that really stands out to me. The platforms the game is planned to release on include the PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series, and Xbox One. The trailer doesn't mention anything about a PC port, but one of the developers on the Ludosity Discord server basically confirmed it will be happening. There will be single-player and multiplayer modes up to 4 players, both online and offline, which is kinda obvious for a game like this. The shows that are represented in the game are SpongeBob SquarePants, with SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. I don't know why, but I just don't like Patrick's eyes here. They creep me out. Danny Phantom looking just as awesome as ever, Invader Zim with his extra spider-like legs, which is pretty cool, alongside Gurr, we can't forget him, the Wild Thornberrys with Nigel Thornberry. He's a very memeable character for some reason, and true story, when I played this trailer back after downloading it, and when I got to his part of the trailer, my computer crashed. I don't know if that was a sign of anything, but apparently he can crash computers on top of being a huge meme. Oblina from Real Monsters. Oh boy, this show. Just memories. Absolutely horrific memories. I don't think I ever got beyond 2 episodes with this one. But I will say that Oblina definitely doesn't look as horrifying as she did in the show, and that's honestly a plus on my end. Ren and Stimpy are represented by... I honestly have no words for this. Reptar from Rugrats? I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not a fan of the show, but I like dinosaurs. Lincoln and Lucy Loud from The Loud House? Okay, don't ask my opinion on the show because I have not watched it, nor do I plan to. All I know is that they used a piece of Sly Cooper music in one episode. Helga from Hey Arnold, and finally Leonardo and Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Except they're in their classic 80s designs, rather than their Rise of the TMNT designs. I've seen some people don't really care for this decision. Me personally, I would have preferred the 2003 designs, but I'm okay with this. Now, you might be thinking, with a name like Nickelodeon All-Stars, they would have included some more iconic shows, like Jimmy Neutron, My Life as a Teenage Robot, or The Fairly OddParents. Well, IGN does state in their article that all the characters that we've seen is not the complete list of characters. Even in their YouTube description, they state its roster includes familiar faces from SpongeBob SquarePants, Rugrats, TMNT, Danny Phantom, Hey Arnold, Invader Zim, The Loud House, Real Monsters, and more. On top of that, there's a level themed around Avatar: The Last Airbender, so it's apparent that Aang will be appearing in the game. But speaking of levels, there will be 20 levels in total, each one being themed around the various shows that are featured in the game. But the trailer itself only showcases 13 levels, 3 of which are SpongeBob-themed levels, Jellyfish Fields, Glove World, and the Flying Dutchman ship. 1 level for Invader Zim, with Zim's ship in the background, 1 level for Danny Phantom, which is the Ghost Zone, 3 levels for TMNT, the Sewers, New York Rooftops, and the Technodrome. This graveyard level, I believe, could be from All Real Monsters, but I could be wrong. And the remaining 3 levels, I believe, are from the Loud House and Ren and Stimpy. That still leaves 7 unknown levels, possibly for some not yet confirmed characters, so there's still plenty of room for El Tigre, Jimmy Neutron, Tak, and XJ9 to get in. But if they don't, that's a hugely missed opportunity, especially since there's going to be an upgrade system so you can unlock more moves for every character. Like, I can already imagine Jenny being fully upgraded, pulling out every sort of weapon possible, and everyone in a match would just start freaking out. That'll be really fun. Now, I don't think Smash Bros. Or even PlayStation All-Stars had an upgrade system, so this might be interesting to see how that all works within the context of this type of game. But all we need now to complete this package is some more iconic shows making an appearance, because if My Life as a Teenage Robot doesn't appear, I'm gonna be disappointed. And some actual voice lines for the characters, because even though the developers are different from Nickelodeon Kart Racers, the publisher is still the same, and that worries me because without any voice lines, it's gonna give off an impression that this was done for a quick cash grab, especially since this game is already being heavily compared to Smash, which actually does contain recorded voice lines. Even PlayStation All-Stars had its fair share of voice lines for all the characters. Wait a second. PlayStation All-Stars, Nickelodeon All-Star. They essentially just borrowed the name, replaced PlayStation with Nickelodeon, and took off the extra S in stars. Oh my gosh. But either way we look at it, I think this is going to be an interesting game, and I'm looking forward to trying out SpongeBob's Smash debut in his own Smash game, because a lot of people wanted SpongeBob to be in Smash, but that would never happen because SpongeBob didn't start out as a video game character. So some of you out there sorta got your wish with this game. But anyways guys, that's going to do it for this quick video regarding this announcement. As always, if you guys have any questions or hopes for this game, be sure to leave everything down in the comments section below. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell for more SpongeBob and Nickelodeon game updates as they happen. And once again, thank you all so much for watching and the constant support. I've been Blue Knight, and I'll see you guys back here next time.
What?